My name is Doug Smith, and this is my drawing as thinking. Before cats, my favorite creature was a bat. I find them fascinating, and I guess because they're such underdogs, I always kind of rooted for them. I started with a book that in my about 5th grade. I was in my little elementary school library, and nobody had taken it out for years, and I took it out and took it out and took it out and took it out and took it out over and over again. And then I guess that was about 5th grade. And then every paper that I did, I remember it was either fifth grade, yeah. We were studying Latin America, and we had to do a major paper. I mean, a major paper for 5th grader was like 10 pages or something like that. And I asked my teacher, Ms. Foote, I said, would it be okay if I did bats of Latin America instead of the commerce of the trade of Latin America, the politics of Latin America, the history of Latin? And she said, if you can do 10 pages on it or whatever it was, you can do it. And I had a ball. I researched, and I found pictures, and I cut them out, and I still have that paper somewhere. Bats of Latin America, with a little crudely drawn cover by Doug Smith. And it got an A++, and and I remember, I forget what grade, I wrote another paper on bats. I got away with it again, and got a very good grade. They're marvelous creatures and much maligned. Possibly even more so now that it's possible that that's where our coronavirus may have come from, but it's not the bat's fault that we eat them or do something like that. And I hope that revenge won't be taken on them as if it's their fault. Some years ago here on Peaks, I started finding dead bats. And I said, what is going on? And that was before I had heard the white nose syndrome. And they had this little powder, like they had a sugared donut, and it had gotten on their nose. And I noticed that on the corpses. And apparently the white nose syndrome is wiping out many species of bats in this country, and it's terrible. Especially the most common northern bats, like the little brown bat and stuff. I used to know all the species of bats. I don't know nearly now about bats what I knew when I was in 5th or 6th grade, because I really used to study. I've rescued a couple of bats here on Peaks, and people actually called me. It's a couple people knew, and they had rescued a bat, but didn't know what to do with it, and brought it to me. And they were fine. Let them go. One of my cats tried to catch one once, to get it away from the cat. People should not be afraid if a bat gets in their house. They should not think it has rabies necessarily. It could, but it's very unlikely. It's just as likely that, like a sparrow that's trapped, if it gets in your house, it's just trapped and it doesn't know how to get out. I've rescued a number of bats using, leather gloves and stuff. Don't want to get bitten, just in case. And I really miss them. And I think Kathy just yesterday or the day before saw one in our night sky. And there haven't been many. And if not for the white nose syndrome, we might have somewhat less mosquitoes right now, because they eat their weight in mosquitoes every night. Little brown bats are our friends. Nice little brown bat. Actually, this isn't a little brown bat. It's an unspecified bat, but it's not a little brown bat. Has little beady eyes, incredible hearing. You come to my house, you can see tatty, worn out, kind of moth-eaten old vampire bat hanging in my stairway. It was a gift from my father when I was about 12. And a much more harmless little brown bat embedded in glass from a biological supply house. Sitting on this terrace, and the sun beyond Pisa, beyond the mountains of Carrara departs, and the world is taken by surprise. When under the arches of the Ponte Vecchio a green light flushed from the west against the currents of obscure Arno, look up, and you see things flying between the day and the night. Swallows with spools of dark thread sewing the shadows together. A circle swoop and a quick parabola under the bridge arches where light pushes through, a dip to the water, and you think, the swallows are flying so late. Swallows? Dark air life looping, yet missing the pure loop. A twitch, a twitter, an elastic shudder in flight, and serrated wings against the sky like a glove, like a black glove thrown up at the light and falling back. Never swallows. Bats. The swallows are gone. At a wavering instant, the swallows give way to bats by the Ponte Vecchio, changing guard. Bats. And an uneasy creeping as his bats swoop overhead, flying madly. Pipistrella, black piper and an infinitesimal pipe. Little lumps that fly in air and have voices indefinite, wildly vindictive. Wings like bits of umbrella. Creatures that hang themselves up like an old rag to sleep, and disgustingly upside down, hanging upside down like rows of disgusting old rag and grinning in their sleep. Bats. In China, the bat is symbol of happiness. Not for me. Actually, that's not true. I'm very pro-bat. Yay, bat. Something like that.